Hey, we're back from Salt Lake City, Utah.
From being
Man,
Mormons.
the card was actually pretty good though, man. Pretty good. But let's recap real quick, and we'll kind of talk about it as well. But it was good, but a lot of sketchy decisions for a lot of people. But yeah, we didn't do excellent though as far as this goes on the show. But Nesto here went 1-3, minus 1.55 units. We had the one you did hit was Juliana Pena at plus 145. Which was good. It was a close fight, but I personally did feel. I did have Raquel, but I felt like she won, which was kind of sketch that they got Juliana Pena, but she's champ, and now they're probably setting up for the return of Amanda Nunes, possible. So, um, yeah, man. The other ones you got, the ones you got wrong here was Jose Aldo, plus 120, Stephen Thompson, plus 170, and then the disappointment parlay, man. We see here.
Technical. Hold
Oh,
on,
yeah.
this thing got messed up. Did it stop the recording?
No,
It says like
no.
recording
We're
error.
good.
Nah, yeah, I had like pressed some shit and like took me out. But yeah, man, Juliana Pena, I thought she lost. I thought she did lose the fight, but it's like she was gassed. But when she did like the round she won, it was like domination. Like when she took Raquel Pennington down, Raquel couldn't do
Mm-hmm.
like nothing to get up or anything. So
Yeah.
maybe if it was like at a different place, like the elevation in Utah, like and also like Pena has to be more consistent, man. She can't be taking these long ass breaks. It's like gonna be the same thing every time.
Exactly. The ones you missed though were the other OGs here. It's Jose Aldo in a decision as well.
I thought he got
Um,
played, but it was a close fight.
yeah, some people did definitely said that was definitely possible that it was sketchy. And then
Wonder Boy
Stephen
got slept.
Thompson, Wonder Boy. I mean, it was a good fight until he got slept.
No, yeah, but he
So
was losing for sure because Joaquin was doing the takedowns for this fight, and then Buckley, man, just that was a statement. Like, yeah, he needs to next. I mean, I was saying too, like Buckley's gonna win, but I was just had my heart. I was betting with my heart. You
yeah,
see,
and Thompson was underdog. So I mean, he was live for a second. He looked good at the beginning. So it wasn't like until he got taken down. So as far as the parlay, the disappointment parlay, you had
disappointed right away.
Hernandez, Means, who actually lost, and then Ryan Spann won and Almeida won, right?
Yeah,
So
Means is just the one who blew it, right? Yeah, Means is
yeah,
just the only one who blew it, and it blew it right away. But man, he got choked. It wasn't even a choke; it was like a neck crank. I was like, what the fuck? Need to retire.
yeah. I went 2-2, but minus zero point 0.7 units here. I had the ones I did hit was Tisha Torres and Yasmin Lucindo, and then the ones I missed were Raquel Pennington and Khalil Roundtree. That was a epic fight, man. Like he looked good kind of early, but then once he started getting battered up, it was all over from there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real beast though for taking that damage. Didn't give up, but he was, dude. Every time he got hit in that like fourth round, right? It was like it was you could like see the power in the hands. Like when it was hitting him, it was bad. I was like, oh hell no, this is over. No man can withstand this, bro. This is
Nah,
impossible.
yeah, he had beat his face up really bad. Pereira, man, he's a beast. He's like already a legend in his short career.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think at this point, would you say he surpassed Izzy as far as impact to the game?
I mean,
Ooh.
kind of, but then Izzy put in like more work. Like he defended his belt like what?
Uh-huh.
How
That's
many
true.
times?
I don't know, like at least 3, 4 times.
A lot.
More, yeah.
And then he went on that crazy ass streak. You know what I'm saying? And he fought like hella consistent. So I mean, Izzy did it first, and also Izzy knocked out Pereira in the UFC. Like knocked him out cold. Like you could argue about the fight with Pereira, like TKO'd Izzy. That they should have kept that one going, but he flatlined Pereira in the UFC.
The only one, right? So, oh, we're on to a new week. We're going back to the Apex, which is rare. I'm surprised they're doing it like that. But yeah, man, we got this. We'll start at the bottom here, but the headliner for this one is Brandon Royval against Tatsuro Taira, UFC Vegas 98. Starting off here, man, we got Clayton Carpenter against Luca Rocha. Clayton Carpenter is the favorite here at oh wow, now minus 205, and Rocha is plus 175 right now on Bet Online. So yeah, man, I'll start on this because I already fired on this. I like Clayton Carpenter, man. He's the undefeated guy. I got him at minus 175, but I think minus 205 still solid. 28 years old, man. 8-fight winning streak. Well-rounded fighter, man. Never been finished, never lost. Obviously, he's new. He's only had one fight in the UFC, and he came from Contender Series. He actually beat Edgar Shiraz by decision in the Contender Series, man. So decent competition, and you got Rocha, who's 17-1, man. Crazy, 24 years old. Also well-rounded, but a knockout type of guy. And he's only had one loss, man, back in the years ago. So it's gonna be a good fight. Obviously, it's contenders, rising stars type of fight. But yeah, I'm going Carpenter here, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the white boy too. Even though
white boy.
Lucas Rocha sounds dangerous, so watch out.
I mean, he is a young blood for sure. 24 years old, man, with 18 professional fights. That's real. Next up, man, we got Dan Argueta versus Cody Haddon. Dan Argueta 9-2. Almost like, would you consider him like getting to the point where he's had enough fights where he's not the new up and coming star no more, right?
Yeah, he's like a spotty ass dude, though.
Yeah, he's look at his last few fights here, man. He lost to Gene Matsumoto by guillotine, and then he had 2 no contests, I guess. Was it a premature stoppage and then unanimous decision with Miles John and Ronnie Lawrence? Yeah, so he's real spotty, like you said, man. He's a real pure wrestler, I would say, and just all up to his cardio. It's like when you're a wrestler, if your cardio is excellent, then your wrestling's good. But if your cardio is shit and you're trying to wrestle, it's gonna cause issues. Haddon 7-1 here, 26 years old. He's never been finished, only lost by decision once, and just came from the Contender Series. But as you know, this is the Contender Series, like his first fight from the Contender Series. So, yeah, man, I hate to say it because he's kind of spotty, but I don't know, man. I think there's value on Argueta, but I'm not going to fire you because he is the underdog right now, plus 160. Yeah. Haddon's like minus 180. So that does give me a little bit of a concern. But I feel like Haddon is good, but Argueta's been there. I think he can at least grind it out and start his wrestling, but Haddon is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gardettos.
All right, let's go. I was gonna look at the odds thing real quick because I didn't see who the money was going into.
Dan Gardetto.
Oh, Haddon. Yeah, there's money. There's a little bit of money on Haddon, but value on Argueta, we believe. Next up, we got Chris Barnett, the big boys, against Junior Tafa. We got the heavyweights here, man. We got Barnett. Now they got the American flag, but he used to have a Spanish flag, right? I don't know if you know that, like a Spain flag. Crazy. I might be tripping, but 23-8, man. He's 5'9", but he's 38 years old already. He's going to be a striker, even though he's not that tall. He's real fat and thick, and he's against another striker here, man. We got Junior Tafa, 5'3". This is the little brother of the Tafa brothers. 28 years old, obviously knockout guy. Most recently, though, lost by submission to Walter Walker. On that, he pretty much got dominated when he got taken to the ground, but I don't think you got to worry about that. But you got Tafa minus 425 right now, and Barnett plus 325.
That's crazy.
That is absolutely insane, man. So, I mean, I get it. Like, for the pick, I do think Junior Tafa is going to win, and obviously by knockout. I think the knockout's not even that good either. The knockout for Tafa is minus 350.
Damn.
So it's like, yeah. So it's only one way he's going to win, and he's probably going to win. But as far as value, like plus 325 on Chris Barnett, like anything could happen. I'm probably not going to bet it, but in the under 1.5 rounds, minus 200.
I feel like it goes over though. His shit always goes a little over. Barnett, it just be like a sloppy ass fight.
Yeah, good. Hey, that's value there. Plus 160 on an over 1.5. That's where the value is. I like plus money a lot of times on those over 1.5s.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna just say fuck it, pick Barnett, just because Tafa's like he's stinky too, man. Like you said, like I don't know that dude.
Super one-dimensional.
For real, he should just
Super
fight
old
his
in that
bro. He
shit.
should just fight his brother at this point.
The bloodline type, dude.
You feel me? That'd be lit.
uh,
But yeah,
it's
maybe
like
the over. Maybe the over, like you said. But yeah, I'll probably go with the over or and Barnett just for
oh
shits and
man, they
giggles.
got this in the prelims here, man. We got Nico, the hybrid Price against Themba, the Rock Garimbo.
Damn, Themba's back.
Themba's back. And here's the crazy thing: Nico Price is a big underdog, I believe. Nico Price is, yeah, he's plus 265 right now. Garimbo's minus 315.
God
It's
damn,
crazy.
that's
But
what's the over? Over under?
over under is 1.5. Is it one? Yeah, 1.5. The over is minus 215.
Oh yeah, I think
Under's
for
plus
sure take the
175.
over. But Price is coming off a big win, rematch fight that he beat the guy twice.
Morono, yeah.
Yep, and I thought Morono was gonna wash Price easy, but Price looked good that fight. Garembo, he fights that weird, like he be sleeping fools and he just fights hella boring. But I don't know if he could if he can just do his thing, because like his last fight was like hella grappling heavy. If he could like grapple heavy and just try to like defend the takedowns on Nico and just piece him up, I feel like Garembo's gonna win it. But for
Yeah,
that price
I
though,
think
there's value
Garimbo
on
wins
Nico.
here. I think he has good momentum behind him, but yeah, like minus 300, no thank you. Like, I don't think Garimbo should be a minus 300. That's out of pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so value wise, it's got to be on Nico Price at plus 275. But as far as who I think wins, Garimbo should win this. Nico Price has been on the decline, and his chin's been getting weaker and weaker over the years. So that's something that is of concern as well. But he did look better in his last fight. He screwed up, my Morono bet last fight. So we'll see. Next up, man, we got Jonathan Pierce against Pat Sabatini. This is some white excellence here, bro. JSP 14-6.
JSP.
He's on a 2-fight losing streak, though, man. He lost to David Onama and Joanderson Brito, which are great fighters there in the division. But he's beaten the older guys, Darren Elkins, Americani. So, and he actually beat Christian Rodriguez, which is a big win as well. You got Pat Sabatini here. This fool's 18-5, 33 years old, so a little older here. Pure grappler, pure wrestler, submission guy. So that's what he's pretty much going to be doing. That's it, man. But he lost to Diego Lopez, which is understandable. And before that, though, he beat Lucas Almeida, which is a pretty big. But he's been kind of boring, to be honest with you. But as far as the price goes, Pierce is minus 150. Pat Sabatini is plus 130. Yeah, who you like, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pierce. Pierce, he was doing good against Brito in that fight, so he started like talking smack, then got choked out. But yeah, I have to go with.
Yeah, I don't love the price. I thought it was going to be a little closer. I thought that Pierce was going to be like minus 130 or something. But I like Pierce too. I think he's going to have to bounce back here, and he has enough, I think, ground game in the sense to hopefully either stuff takedowns or get himself back up when he does get taken down. As long as he doesn't give up his back with Sabatini, then I think he's going to be all right. Obviously, easier said than done. But when it comes to striking, I think JSP is head and shoulders above Sabatini as far as the striking goes. So, yeah, man, let's go JSP. All right. Next up, did we get to the main card yet? Nope, we're still in the prelims, man. There's a couple more prelim fights. We got CJ Vergara against Ramazan Taramov. Actually, this is wild. But obviously these random crazy guys here, the Uzbekistan and Stan guys, they're always like big favorites, even in their like first couple fights. 17-2, bro. 27 years old, 9-fight win streak, and he's knocking people out. Never been knocked out, never been finishing people in the first round. He's from Ryzen. Most recently had 2 fights there. Vergara, man, I mean, he's kind of middle tier, 12-5, 33 years old, man. He's never been knocked out, though. So he's going to try to stay scrapping, bro. And he's fought some decent level competition as far as Almabayev, who he lost to, and Tatsuro Taira. Those are the people he lost to. Let me look at the odds for you because I could assure you it's probably not close. Yeah, so we got Terarov or whatever, minus 315, Vigaris plus 265. I'm going Terarov or whatever his name is.
Yeah, same.
Temirov, 315. I think it's a greasy parlay piece. He has professional competition at a high level. Rising is decently high, so I think he's going to be able to pretty much. I think he could possibly be the first guy to knock out and finish up Vergara, to be honest with you. I don't even have the props aren't even out for that on Bet Online right now for that fight. So we'll see. But I like that one at 120. They're the 125ers, bro. What the fuck? And we got the main fight of the prelims. We got Chidi Njokuani against Jared Gooden. Man, this is interesting fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chitty Bang Bang off the rip. Gooden's always like weird in his fights. He be fighting hella weird and shit. He was like a big COVID star. I feel like he was always fighting during the COVID days.
The Night Train or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Chitty, man, obviously he has nice striking with some power to it. He has a lot of length. Pause. 6'3", 35 years old though. Last fight he beat Reese McKee by split decision, which was questionable depending on who you think. But the last 3 fights before that, all losses to some decent competition though. Jared Gooden, like you said, like people thought he was ass, thought he was good for a second, then thought he was ass, and then now he's just like, oh, is he really actually that good, or is he actually ass? But he's decently well-rounded, man. He beat Wellington Turman. He lost to Carlson Harris, but the competition level obviously is not the same, right? So I'm with you there, man. I think I'm gonna go in Njokuani Chidi as well. But I haven't bet it yet, just because he's so favorited as far as that price. I think Gooden's live, like he has the power to knock out Chidi. Chidi's chin has been questionable.
And then he just whooped on Wellington. So he's live for sure.
But technical skill, I think Chidi's just better, with the striking.
Definitely.
So next up, man, we got another possible banger here. Josh Frem, 11-6 against Abdul Razak Al Hassan, 12-6, man. Some mid-tier ranking records, man. But you got Josh Frem here. You need a phone to Frem, 11-6, 30 years old. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, but I mean, he likes to throw down. Got Andre Petroski's the last loss, and then Roman Kopylov. So I mean, the people he's losing to recently are cool, but he beat Jamie Pickett, Dumas. But here's your boy, bro. Judo Thunder, Mr. Thickness. 39 years old, bro. 39. That part does scare me. He's shorter, 5'10". But obviously he's trying to knock fools out. He had a no contest against Cody Brundage and then lost to Joe Piper before that. But I feel like he was definitely still throwing major hands, man.
No, for sure. Frem's gonna have to use his length and try to like front kick him and shit. But what's Razak by like TKO?
Razak's by TKO is -110, and his regular line is -160. Frem's +140. So, I like Abdul Razak Al Hassan, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I don't think I've ever bet on him before, which is crazy. And he is the shorter guy here, but even though he hasn't won his last couple of fights, I did see some better fighting in him. But I'm just worried that he's a little old. That's all. But I'm going Abdul here, man. So hopefully Abdul by knockout. All right. Next up, I think we're getting to was this the first fight of the main card? Yeah, it was. Okay, next up, man, we got our boy we were just talking about, bro. Alex Morono against D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez, man. This is like older guys fight, but 17-5, 37 years old, bro. 3 losses against excellent people here. Oh, kind of not excellent, but pretty damn good. Kelvin Gastelum, Ian, Gary, and Neil Magny. But before that, he beat Jiang Liang, Kevin Lee. Those are like solid wins. And then you got Morono
and I thought
24-10.
I thought he lost. I thought he beat Kevin Lee. I mean, Kevin Gastelum too. Daniel Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was a close one, right? But
yeah, because then he missed weight too. Kelvin came in like hella heavy or something like that, right?
He always does with the tacos, and he was missing weight and shit. Dude was posting taco reviews like damn near like a week before his fight. Was
I,
tripping.
the Morano's
Uh,
little weird ass. He blew the fight the last time against Nico Price. Feel like he was shook up in that fight. Nico's landing bombs on that stuff, but I think he's gonna have enough to beat Rodriguez. So I gotta go Morano.
Yeah, zigzag theory right here. He had a pattern right here, and I think this is going to be a little bounce back. But of course, like D-Rod throws bombs too, so he can definitely knock dude out, Morono out, because we've seen him kind of decline. But you're telling me that Morono, at plus money is very tempting. I think he's done okay. He could get knocked out, but at plus money, I might be interested in taking a shot here. He's plus 170. D-Rod's minus 200, and I just don't feel good about laying minus 200 with D-Rod.
Yeah, on somebody coming off a 3-fight losing streak, also. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he needs a win and he's a company man, but like minus 200 now, no, thank you. Well, next up, man, we got is this the first horny fight of the card? Man, we got Corey McKenna against Julia Pilastri. And this is your favorite, right? Corey Poppins McKenna, 8-3. She disappointed me. Yeah, she's from another country, but yeah, fighting out of the SAC gym, but she's from Wales. Man, she's never been knocked out, but she definitely has been submitted. Last fight, she got submitted with the ease from Jacqueline Amorim, but we learned that Amorim's actually pretty decent, So, but the people she's beaten are very, very, very mid. You got Velismus, who's I don't even think in the UFC anymore, and then Miranda Granger, who I don't think is in the UFC anymore. So, and then she lost to Elise Reed, by split. So, her level of competition is not as good. And you got Julia Pilastri, 12-4. She's 26 years old, never been finished. She's a psycho, and she just lost to Knutson here. Who Knutson is supposed to be like the super undefeated prospect, and only won by decision here. And she lasted, and then she could grapple, she could strike. So yeah. With that being said, man, I'm definitely going on the side of not Poppins anymore. Fool me once, shame on me, right? I like Pilastri here, minus 125. I know some people are taking shots on McKenna because they're like, oh, this is the spot now. It wasn't last time, actually, it's this time. But like, no, I'm not falling for that right now. I'm going Pilastri. I think she's more
They're both kind of mid.
Yeah, exactly. I think Pilastri's more durable. She's going to be more fierce in there. She could make more mistakes, but she's just a crazy person. It's going to be hard to finish her.
Yeah, they're both coming off a loss, you said too, right?
Yeah, Pilastri. Yeah, she came off a loss, but it was to me, it was against the person that they kind of set her up to lose against. Knutson. Knutson didn't look that great.
This was in the UFC where she lost?
Yeah, this was her debut fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go with the Brazilian chick.
The Brazilian. Who we got here? Oops. Okay, we got here Grant Dawson against Rafa Garcia, man. Like, if this ain't a setup fight for Grant Dawson, man, I don't even know what is anymore. 21-2, bro. 30 years old. He's supposed to be in his prime. He slipped up a couple fights ago against Bobby Green. He got knocked out early, but shit happens. Then he came back and won, beat Joe Selecki here. It was actually a closer fight than we expected. But here we got Rafa Garcia, who's 16-3. He's 30 years old as well, 5'7", so a little shorter. And even though he seems to be a big time striker here, he has way more submissions than he does knockouts. And but he's never been finished. But I think just the way he fights here and the competitions he's had, I mean, obviously Dawson's going to be a big favorite. He's minus 400 right now. Garcia's plus 300. Yeah, I'm putting Dawson in my greasy parlay. I mean, I dare say, what's the decision here? Grant Dawson by points. Minus 185. Oh, it's kind of gross. But Grant Dawson by a parlay leg. Give me that one.
It's gonna be interesting. I feel like it stays standing. Rafa has a chance, but I just gotta pick weak ass Dawson too.
Exactly. Next up here, we got the last two fights. Co-main event. We got your Weezy's boy. Shout outs to Weezy. Brad Tavares against Jung Young Park, the Iron Turtle here, middleweight. We know Brad. He's been around for quite a while. We talked about him multiple times probably this year. 20-9, 36 years old, bro, and he just lost recently to Gregory Rodriguez, which is understandable. That guy's real good. And then he beat Chris Weidman, but before that, he lost to Bruno Silva, DDP. I mean, all great people. So it's not. If you go further back, though, if you want to say a red flag, like Edmund Shabazian, is
No,
that a
he's
red flag?
been there with everybody. He's been fighting for so long. Has he fought the Iron Turtle before? This isn't a rematch.
Nah, this is not a rematch, I don't think. But Iron Turtle, man, like you said, 33 years old. He's a little younger, but still not that young. 5'10", so a little shorter. Well-rounded, but he's definitely going to be trying to grapple. And a lot of his last 3 wins that he did win in a row, they were all by rear naked choke. So, if it stays standing, I think obviously Brad Tavares has the edge. I think he is a good striker, has some power. But as far as well-roundedness, and I think Junior Park, this is a spot for Junior Park for me. And he's what, minus 180 right now, which is it's right about right, to be honest. I wouldn't fire it if it was like minus 250 or something like that, like for Junior Park. But yeah, I think Junior Park should be the favorite here. Tavares just a little older, but live for the knockout. Who do you like?
Man, the Iron Turtle, I feel like he has more juice in there. Like he should beat Tavares, but man, fuck it, we're gonna go with Tavares. We're going with the OG.
Bree Rab, mahalo.
Mahalo, bro.
All right.
What about we smoking the Bacalola for you, bro?
And for the main event, man, we got them skinny boys in the building, the 125ers. Brandon Raw Dog Royval against Tatsuro Taira, man. This is crazy. We got Brandon Royval. Can you believe this? He's the underdog.
Hey.
Royval plus 220 right now. Taira is minus 260. Brandon Royval, man, he was a contender for a minute. As soon as he quit Pep Boys and got serious, he was really going hard. But he got a lot of injuries. But he's 16-7, 32 years old, man. Great grappler. Pretty decent striking, man. He's pretty well-rounded overall. But he just lost a split decision, or he won a split decision against Moreno, which was a little questionable. And then Pantoja, he lost for the belt. But before that, I mean, he's been finishing people, whoever's in front of him. He's only lost the top-tier competition. Then you got your boy, Taira, the up-and-coming rising star. 16-0, bro. Crazy grappler. 24 years old with 25 wins. It's crazy, right? He's never even tasted defeat. So that's one thing I'm worried about. He's never had really adversity, so what happens when he does get to adversity, especially at these 125 weights, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. And the way he beat Perez was due to like that leg injury while he was grappling him.
Leg,
So that one, I'm like, Taira didn't have good hands, in my opinion. So that part I'm a little concerned about. But I think Taira is going to end up winning because at his age, you see him, he's going to start improving continuously, So I'm going to pick him for the win, but I ain't gonna lie, Roval like at plus 220 does sound a little tempting, It seems like there's a little value there, but yeah, I'm picking Taira for the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Royval. I feel like Royval's been there with he's been fighting. He fought the champion and everything like that. And also argue, a lot of people thought he won that fight against Pantoja, so he could be in a different multiverse, on a 3-fight winning streak. But it's all about if he can avoid the stickiness of Taira, the way he be doing that little bullshit he likes to do. Yeah. He's gonna have to make it ugly, make it dirty, and really put the hands on that kid and see how, like you said, the guy's never tasted losing, how he can come back from getting smacked up. So I feel like, and that's the perfect person he's gonna make it a nasty fight. He don't call him Raw Dog for no reason.
Raw Dog, just the way people like it, bro. But yeah, man, I know we went through it pretty quick. It's an Apex card, but
it's kind of a mid card. Like the prelims, I didn't even know a lot of people on there, so I'm kind of just and especially after last weekend was such a late card.
Yeah, with Poetan making damn near history again,
Yeah, I feel like they should have just even took a break this week just for let that one breathe, because I was like you said, that was a crazy ass fight.
Yeah, Dana, he's going super strong until he goes into the holidays and takes a break for the holidays.
Yeah, he don't even go to a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? He's
not no more.
Whatever. He wasn't at the Paris one, I don't think.
Yeah, he's like, fuck the French. Yeah. But yeah, man, let's get back to seeing if we could get some winners here. On an interesting, tough card here, but yeah, what you got for the people?
Yeah, I'm gonna do straight up right now, just raw dog.
Oh, Royval plus 220. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a parlay with the Rimba Gumbo
Gorimbo,
and Grant Towson
Dawson.
and Ramazan Bek Tamirov.
Tamirov. Yeah, we're on the same page with that. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do straight up bet Morano.
Morono is plus 170. Okay.
Yeah, and then fucking man, the OG, the Mahalo, bro. Spakaloa
Tavares.
Tavares.
Tavares at another plus 155 here. All right. So for me, I'm gonna start off by your boy Abdul Razak Al Hassan. He's like minus 160 right now. Abdul 60. I got Julia Palastri minus 125. I like
Gorimboa.
what was the other one I like? Oh no. Oh yeah. Clayton Carpenter minus 205.
Clayton, is that you, brother?
And then I'll throw a little greasy parlay then just for the culture here. I'm gonna go. I'm going what was it? Dawson.
Grant Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson. I'm going
Dawson.
Tyra and Terebrov, the one going against CJ Vergara. So
I'm on Morano.
a little greaser. But yeah, man, any last words for the people?
Is it the PFL is not this weekend, right? Next weekend?
TBH, I am not even on top of that. I've just been trying to spend the free time I get with the UFC. But yeah, usually I'm on top of the PFL.
I think it's the 18th or some shit like that.
Oh, you mean the super fights?
Yeah, the big one.
Oh, oh shit, it's the 19th.
All right. I was wondering if that was coming up. Yeah, nothing else this weekend. What else we got going? The UFC. Yeah, that's gonna be sick. That fucking PFL Bellator thing, and yeah, to all my boxing heads, get that video game, man.
Oh, the new Undisputed came out.
Yeah, shit's raw.
Hey, get boxing is probably better. Is it better than the UFC game?
Yeah, I think so. I like the movement in the hands are pretty dope.
Way smoother and quicker.
UFC's like too weird with the striking. Doesn't look like fluent.
And just hella grappling. That people that noobs, like people that don't play the game like me, just be getting frustrated on.
Oh man, online that shit sucks. I'm like, fuck.
I can't get up.
I'll be mad, like you fucking pussy.
But yeah, man. Until next time, smoke out. Join the Gen G universe. Smoke out, y'all. Peace.
Small group chat on wax, man. Peace.